Greetings! I am the creator of the YouTube Football 1 channel, and in this video I will show you my problems with monetizing the sports channel, and I hope to help all of you who intend to make money from YouTube. YouTube seems to have clear rules for monetization, but it changes them over time and makes it more and more difficult to monetize. The new rules, no matter what they tell you, are designed to save YouTube resources and time, and on the other hand, small creators and beginners pay the highest price. There will soon be no place for them on YouTube. Over time, unless something changes, YouTube will be a platform only for the best professionals and media companies. Another thing YouTube likes is that you appear personally in your videos, and especially that you make interesting content. Well, the biggest problem is actually their definition of the word interesting. There is no doubt that the most successful are those who make a clown of themselves, who make gestures, are always surprised by something, make facial expressions as if they are surprised, angry, etc. Mostly they act out reactions that would make them interesting to people. Just look at these faces. In this way, YouTube content is no longer unique. In fact, the opposite, all channels start to resemble each other, and all people imitate each other, repeating the same mantras as if hypnotized. And here we come to the first problem for sports channels. I will explain in more detail. YouTube applies the same rules regardless of the topic of the channel, regardless of whether it is entertainment, documentary, sports, or some other channel. The criteria are the same. Sometimes they are easy to follow, but sometimes they are unenforceable. My experience with sports channels is as follows. When making recordings of sports events, you must not use other people's recordings, from television or other channels. Don't even use clips, even though YouTube allows them. I only support original recordings, and we think that's the only right thing to do. That's why I buy tickets and go to sports events in Belgrade to shoot unique videos. The next thing you have to watch out for is that you don't just focus on recording the goal, because even then, even though the footage is yours, you can get a copyright strike from the sports organization. That's why we also film the fans, stands, and people's reactions. So things that are not just a sporting event, but something more than that, and something you can't see anywhere else. And that is truly unique content, that is, a part of sports history. Does all of this look like we're using someone else's records? No. But let's go back to the first YouTube problem that I mentioned a little while ago, which is that you lack the clown element in these videos, more precisely that you can see yourself and make some reactions. Anyone who is serious about this way of making videos knows that it is impossible. The reaction to a given goal in football takes a few seconds. I want to leave a mark in sports history with the behavior of the fans, and not jump into the frame and make a clown out of myself. After all, I may not like every football club I film. And now a little about another problem. On my channel, all recordings are absolutely mine and unique. Since I have several sports channels, and I have sometimes shared my videos on social networks before, it may happen that other people have already published them before. I don't even do that anymore for that reason. For the first time, YouTube rejected my monetization because of reused content. They didn't say what the videos were because they start from the assumption that we're all bad guys and that we already know what it's about. Since all the videos are mine, how do I know which one bothers them? That's why I deleted the 10 oldest recordings as a precaution and decided not to post anything outside of YouTube. But after that, for the next 6 times the same thing happened. Not knowing which shot they were looking for, I randomly deleted 10 by 10 shots each time. So I destroyed my work in the hope of achieving the goal of accidentally guessing what they wanted. I'll say it again. The biggest and key problem is that YouTube will never tell you which video is disputed. This is not a problem if you used other people's clips in your video and did not give them enough additional value. Then you know what the goal is and what you need to change. But it's a particularly big problem if all the recordings on the channel are yours. How do you know which footage of yours isn't yours? What should I delete or replace when everything is mine? Despite many questions on Twitter, besides useless links, you will never get an answer that solves the problem. Watch out, YouTube doesn't trust you. They always start from the assumption that you took something from someone else and that you know what they meant when they told you to change something. In such a situation, I randomly deleted recordings. Each time I begged YouTube to tell me what video they were looking for. Other than the useless links about making videos, I got no other response. Time passed, and I continued to upload new recordings, in which I even had to insert speech. And now the most important thing. It's been 6 months of wasted effort, money, time of my life, and deleted 60 unique recordings of just me. I decided to delete another 70 recordings now, but to finally solve the problem. The total number of deleted videos was now 130, and my entire channel was left with 50 latest videos. So, I thought I must have guessed the video that YouTube is looking for this time. I even tweeted them about it. They told me that I meet the requirement, because I have 8,500 hours and 1540 followers, and I applied for the 7th time. And then a shock. Although I fulfilled the requirement and submitted a request, after a few days the page with the request disappeared, and a new page appeared on which it says that I only have 1,400 hours of viewing. Now, after all this effort, I have to collect another 2,500 hours of viewing in order to submit the 7th request, and I have already submitted it. Why? Because of one video, they didn't want to tell me which one it was? In the previous 6 times, they did not delete the viewing time for the removed recordings. Now they are. And the next bad thing. Any videos I deleted by mistake will never be able to return to YouTube. Why? Well, because then they would actually become reused content. Because they were already posted once. YouTube destroyed my channel with its policy. This video probably won't be seen by many people, because it doesn't embellish reality, but only tells the truth. Truth is not valued these days, so there will be no place for me. Please be careful and remember my case well. I wish you to make no mistake. Best regards and good luck with your monetization.